Hey y'all, Mike AI5QK here. Wanted to share with you guys a real quick preview of something I'm working on here inside Qt. Well, using Qt and C++, the K4 remote control app that I'm trying to get squared away. So yeah, here you go. Here's a little preview of it. So this is sort of what it looks like. I'm trying to replicate, the menu system and everything as much as I can. I'm giving, user control and options to adjust waterfall color, speed, themes, formatting, and all that. So here's sort of the current state, right? You can hit the globe to hit connect. Brings up a familiar menu. You'll be able to select one of your remote servers. I can connect over 9205 or 9204. I'm going to give the user the option for that as well. We'll go ahead and hit connect. We have full spectrum waterfall VFO. So right now I'm working on the VFO-A side and the main receiver. So obviously once I get all that finished up, I'm just going to duplicate it over for the VFO-B or sub receiver. Familiar details at the top. Most of the connectors and things like that I already have set up. So as you can see, just changing power and you got your words per minute, your power control, delay. So minor little issues, right? Like I just got to change the formatting for the delay. As you can see here, we have your pitch and words per minute. Yet we're in obviously sideband mode. So I need to integrate the logic in there. So when I'm in sideband mode, upper sideband, lower sideband, or an audio type mode, we're not going to show you the pitch words per minute. We'll show you the compression and delay. Got your power and things like that. And here, some other items that I've done. I'll go through them pretty quick. But we got your menu integrated, right? So all these connectors and signals are linked. This is an exact copy of what is on your K4. Normalization and things like that. Back button, right, will get you out of the menu. If you can use the arrows to sort of scroll through. Right click or double tap will bring the option here for you, so you can modify that. If you notice, plus minus changed, right, from plus minus to up down arrows. You can exit out with the back button or clicking away. Band buttons, those are all built and connected already, utilizing band stack feature. So you get your three band stacks, right? So if I can go through and click, obviously you'll see the adjustment there. We're now in CW mode. Go back to band, bounce to data mode. So little clipping issues, as you can see here, data, because I'm in the process of moving these outward to give me some more lower space so I can build the filter logic, right? Or the filter UI elements. But I mean, these are minor issues, take probably 3 minutes to fix. All your notifications, so AGC, preamp, all that's already wired up. So if we go in there, you can turn on your noise blanker. Well, not in this mode, but so we'll bounce over to sideband mode. So you turn on noise reduction, as you can see. Minor elements I want to adjust here is turn that into a bold because it's kind of hard to see. And then you got your noise blankers, right? Attenuation as well. So you could turn the attenuation on and roll through the different levels of attenuation. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. You got the pan adapter. Obviously, I can zoom in and zoom out to various sizes, right? Scroll left or scroll right using your mouse wheel. I can also do a point and click. Real quick, I'll roll through the filters. So showing the filter passband increasing and decreasing, right? So that's all linked up already. All the data gets populated on connect I send the ready command after I establish a connection. So I populate current state of the radio based off of that. XIT, RIT, obviously all that, everything works. It's been pretty easy and pretty straightforward. But yeah, so if you turn XIT, RIT on, there you go. So I can show you that. and then RIT, right? So same thing. So that's that. Let me think. So going through here, just having options and a settings. So what I'm doing is dynamically connecting the about the radio, so you can determine installed options, if there's an amplifier, if there's a subreceiver, tuner, no tuner, right? Collecting all the data and making that displayed here. Um, you're going to have the remaining tabs down here that will show you things like audio config, input, output, right? You'll have, for me personally, because I'm designing this, so I wanted it to work the way I want it to work. So I'm going to build the KPA 1500 in here. You'll have a little indicator up here showing that, when it's in standby or bypass, obviously this will be updated. Because this is coming from the OM command, so it's going to detect linear KPA 1500. So you'll see that option there. Putting it in standby and operate will change the icon for the KPA 1500 up here. It'll establish a TCP connection to the KPA 1500 to collect that data. Then you'll have various other configurations for the app, things like your colors and your waterfall, your averaging, basically whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'm going to throw in here. So there's that. Meters. So what I've done here is I've taken the mini pan and I've made it to where I can click, and I essentially have my mini pan plus the waterfall, right? So I wanted to see a waterfall here. I wanted to utilize the data that's already being sent, so I built a waterfall for that using the data and the decompression formula. It needs some minor adjustments, as you can see, right? We're on the edges. We're obviously collecting too much, so we'll just have to dynamically adjust that, which basically is what I had to do for the main waterfall anyway. But yeah, that's that. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I got to share for right now. But yeah, I hope you guys kind of like this. Just making kind of minor changes. Oh yeah, visible notch filter. Sorry, I forgot about that big one. So yeah, you're gonna have a visible notch filter when notch is enabled, auto notch or manual notch. We're gonna have an indicator that shows the notch filter placement and having it basically align to where it is, sort of in the passband, right? So you're gonna just get to see it go all the way across, and um, you know, is a big thing that should be here in my opinion. So adding that, then putting the remaining icons down here for the for like notch filter and Vox as well. This will turn on when I bounce over to CW mode. So if I think I have a, yeah, there you go. So yeah, here's your CW mode. So obviously Vox illuminates. All the antennas are updating dynamically, so it's utilizing whatever rig you connect to. If the end user has those antenna named, it's going to dynamically update and show you the names, and I'll show you that real quick. But I have a loop on my RX port, so just bouncing through there. As you can see, you saw quick flash here, RX loop, right? Bounce back. So that's that. Some other things that I'm adding slowly over time is just going to be like adjustments for the reference, right? It was easy for me just to use the auto ref, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now for this stuff. But I'll have the ability to turn on a manual reference. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. As far as timeline and how long it took, I am invested about 14 hours. So probably about 14 hours from scratch to put all this together. Utilizing my AI model that I've been training over time, putting out various apps. I've gotten to the point now where I can just tell the model to do something, and then I supervise the model. And then, if I see it's going to do something kind of out of the ordinary, I correct it. And then what's interesting is that it learns over time not to do it that way, right? So, yeah, I mean, I have documentation and templates and things like that set up for my model, so it knows definitely don't do this or definitely do it this way, and it just kind of makes development from idea to product really quick. So the other things were just alignments, right? Little UI adjustments, alignments, analog meters. I like analog meters that don't really add any value, but I think it looks cool. Eye candy, people like eye candy. So potentially putting some analog meters up here, similar to what I used to have on my 890S or even the 7760 that I used to have. So analog meters, but yeah, that's kind of it. Spacing out these guys here a little nicer, and then adding in some potential simulated VFO or not VFO, but some encoder knobs for some of the items that users might want a physical button for or a knob for. Potentially adding it like a little sidecar, but. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I think the biggest one is going to be the amp integration, which is going to be awesome, right? So you basically just use one piece of software to control your sort of Elecraft environment, right? Uh, but yeah, no, that's pretty much everything. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this short video. So this is Mike, AI5QK. Thanks for watching, everyone.